nowadays they automatically start trying to mess with things. Let's do this. All right, real quick. I'm only on here for a couple of seconds because I got to head to work, and I am headed to work actually. I was on here earlier, but then I was driving, and I don't know. Eh, from time to time, somebody will send me something, but I looked at somebody sent me a article about Black love. They got all this kind of stuff out here now: Black love, Black this, love that, wives club, all of this, whatever. All right, people can have whatever platforms they should choose. Oh, and I'm speeding past the police. Anywho, let me just share with you this. Um, on this particular one, the lady said, "Oh, it's something when you can manifest." I don't want him to see me with my phone in my hand here. She said, "Oh, it's something when you can manifest a spouse or a partner." That's what she called them. She said, when you realize you don't have to do everything on your own because you manifested a partner. All right, let me just say this and let me say it quickly. All right, men, I don't know so much about, we'll say, I don't know if men do a lot of this stuff because men don't seem to have any trouble with having somebody in their lives. But I'm noticing an influx of women, and I've shown some footage on this before, an influx of women. No witchcraft, it, relationship, fire for the purposes of relation. I'm not going to talk on this too much because that's not where I was trying to go today, but I thought I'd say this. Look, men, y'all better be careful about picking up all this old strange flesh and these old, sultry women and talking about how sexy she is and this, that, and the other. And, it could be anybody. She don't even have to be a so-called sex symbol. But I'm noticing that women today are not about the organic way of meeting. Not a lot of them. A lot of them want to use a lot of dark practices, and they call it, love potions and good magic, and they got all kind of names for the same stuff that leads back to Satan. And so now we're manifesting relationships. And I've heard some Christian women speak on these things before. And then when you tell them that this stuff isn't right and it's inappropriate and God does not like it and it's a form of witchcraft, they ready to cut you off. See, what it all boils down to is that people don't trust. They don't want to trust. They want to do what they want to do, get it how they get it, and get it quick and fast. Even if that means at the expense of doing unnatural things to receive what they think they're receiving. Okay. And so, what I don't know, or what I believe that men may not know, is that they're being used a lot of time under the spirit of seduction or guise of be in love when it's really something else. When you find that you're in love with a woman or you're with her and you can't seem to let go, no matter how awful it is, how horrible it is. And I would say the same of an abused woman staying in a situation, or with a woman staying with a man that has several partners, multiple partners, won't marry, been there forever, kids, and just can't go. And it ain't always about the kids. You'll hear women say, as soon as I get past the door, something keeps bringing me back. As soon as I think I've gone past him, I find myself coming back. We don't know what people are into. And so what I say when I hear men say, I can't stand her, but I can't leave her alone. Or, women beating up men and all kind of stuff. And, you all type of traumatic situations in the relationship, no peace, no happiness, turmoil, and you find yourself still stuck there. Now, it's one thing if the father tell you to be in something, but it's another thing when we will something to happen. All right, so these women are using all kinds of stuff these days, manifesting, primrose oil, menstrual flow. I don't know. I see them with these books now. Like I'm seeing these shops everywhere, and I said that I might go into one if the Father allows me to, and just kind of like show some snips and some pictures of things that maybe people might see in their homes. You have to see these women are wearing charms. The evil eye. It's a little pendant. They look blue with a little like some kind of dot in the middle that look like an eye, charms, crystals. And these are the things they believe that have some type of magnetic energy that brings certain things to them that they want. Even the what is that tape they had out not too long ago, manifestation, or the power of something where you thought it and you made it happen, and all this stuff. Remember, all of these things outside of the Father that we're attracting or drawing, you're bringing this in through some other type of power, and it's not of Yah. And what's going to end up happening, I really don't know. I would just think that you might have it for a while or whatever, or you have something that you shouldn't have, but at the end, you got to pay the piper. He does not, Satan don't allow you to use nothing that he gives you, none of his powers, nothing, without control at some point in time, or you paying back what he's giving you. And what he's going to ask you for in his so-called debt, you're going to have to pay him much more than what you put in. So you might have gotten the man, so to speak, or tore him away from a family, or whatever you've gotten that you manifest and hope for, and wished on, and chanted and swirled your rocks around it, and smoked your sage, or let it burn, or threw your salt or whatever, and your potions and water, and mixing spaghetti sauce with body fluid. You gonna play? You want to play those kind of games? You playing a strange fire. And then you hear about lovers going places and terrible car accidents and stuff that ended in death. I'm just saying, Satan is always going to come back to claim the soul. That's what he wants. And if he can hook you in it, he wants to hook you and the person that you call yourself manifesting, or locking yourself onto, or creating some type of soul tie. And so what I say, we need to be very careful about these relationships. The Father even tell us, what does light have to do with darkness? We don't come into relationships with people walking with things that we know are unequally yoked. Because what it is that you have a harness or a noose or something around your neck, and you being pulled, or you're pulling something that wasn't never supposed to walk with you. And how are you having light or darkness? I mean, which one is it going to be? Because eventually one got to pull the other, and it's very seldom that, something of light is going to pull something dark and change it. Now, I'm not saying that the power of Yah can't do that, but it's not you. And so we don't need to do these things. And so I'm going to say this again, men. When you see this woman wearing all these old strange pieces and jewelry and talking crazy, and all her horoscope stuff, and she a Scorpio, and she's a Raka or Raka or whatever they call it, and into some strange stuff, and then want all this. I agree. I like you know having culture and Afrocentric things, or even some of the attire. I'm still careful about jewelry and stuff like that. Like, the stuff that I have is fabric, and I'm not saying that fabric can't be a part of this, but I mean, I bless my stuff, and I don't go in places buying certain stuff. I just don't. And so anything that the Father should tell me that I missed, then I'm just to get rid of it. I must. And so I try not to ignore what he's saying and what he's telling me. All right, I'll say this again. Y'all pulling these strange women from strange places, doing strange things. Also, I'm not saying this of everybody, but women that continue to get tattoos when they know what the word says. Now, you may have done some things back in your day, but once you come into the truth, why are you still doing it? Body piercings all in the tongue, all in the nose, the eyebrows, the cheeks, navel, breast. We're not supposed to do these things. Those metals you can't keep metal in your body and it not be at some point contaminating the blood. Don't you know life is in the blood? And then you laying up with somebody that's got all these issues and metals, and you playing with stuff. You're playing. That's why a lot of those women usually be sick, or men, with their tongue pierced. Who would do such a thing? And steadily getting piercings. What is holy about this? And some of y'all sitting right up in the church. Some of them was right in the choir with a ball in the middle of their tongue. You foul. You're foul. And you know what? If you say, well, I already had this, you should be trying to find out a way to get it removed. I don't even know how anybody even oh goodness, I can't. Nevertheless, these are just some of the things that people are doing. And to me, honestly, it doesn't stop there. along with these carvings and BBLs, putting all this extra stuff in your back parts and all of that. And I understand if you got lost a lot of weight and hanging skin or whatever, be led by the Most High. But all of this other stuff, excuse me, these things, sorry, y'all, getting out my car. We just can't do this. We should not be doing it. So I just thought I'd come and I share these things. I mean, because you adding stuff and you don't know what this world is adding in. They're not going to tell you everything. I already did a scope on that before about, excuse me, ugh, contamination. Uh, the materials that they could possibly be putting in these BBLs that are supposed to be combustible material, things that could be highly flammable. You don't believe it? Look it up. Look it up. They ain't gonna tell us everything, so you gonna have to find out some stuff on your own. Now, why she see me getting out the car and walk away from the door? See, that's the kind of stuff you deal with. People have, you got to watch them. The father shared with me that a particular lady I would walk around the block with and all that kind of stuff. Um, she would, that there was something unholy. Thank you so much. How are you? I'm well, thank you. Hi, baby. How you? Hey, you look cute. You're welcome.